Good morning, students. This is Asha, your social science teacher. Yesterday, we started Geography Chapter 1 Environment in your class. And let's recap what we studied yesterday. We studied about environments, its definition, its environment and its component, natural, human made. We studied in detail what all things included in natural, what all things are included in human environment, and what all included in human made environment. So, when we were studying natural environment, we studied there are four domains of earth, right? That is, in natural environment, land, water, air, and living things come. So, on the basis of this, it was categorized into biotic and abiotic. And these land we studied under the category of lithosphere, and we studied water under hydrosphere. And today we are going to start with atmosphere. So, what all included in atmosphere? What is atmosphere? Atmosphere is a thin layer of air that surrounds the earth, right? It's the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. It is called atmosphere. Gravitational force of earth hold the atmosphere around it. So in atmosphere mostly it's mixture of gases. It does not just go away. It is bound around the earth, and because of why it is bound, because of the gravitational force of earth, it is bound around the earth surface. And it is very important as it protects us from harmful rays and scorching heat of sun. Your ultra harmful rays, ultraviolet rays, do not penetrate because of presence of ozone layer. So it does protect us from harmful rays plus the scorching heat of sun. And atmosphere also moderates the temperature of earth, which enables life to exist on earth. Because of atmosphere, the scorching heat does not reaches earth, and it maintains a temperature which is suitable for existence of life. So whatever life we have on earth, atmosphere plays a great role because it just moderates the temperature and provides the temperature which we require for life to exist on earth. Atmosphere contain many essential gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen. All these important gases are present in atmosphere only. And we all know oxygen is a life-giving gas for humans and animals. We human beings survive on oxygen and as well as animals. So this oxygen is also present in atmosphere. The whatever changes we see in weather, climate, all these are due to presence of atmosphere. We do get seasons, right? We do have a hot climate, wet climate, or cold climate. We do have rains, weather, climate, season. All these things happen because of presence of atmosphere. So it is very important layer. Now let's move on to the next layer, biosphere, in which life exists. So the three spheres, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, meet to form a narrow zone of interaction which supports life, the biosphere. So biosphere is the narrow zone in which all the three zones interact to support life. Here you can see biosphere. It contains atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. All these three come and interact to form biosphere. It is one of the most important spheres in which life exists. So therefore biosphere includes biotic as well as abiotic environment. So when we talk about biotic, so biotic means life, plants and animals. And abiotic, it's land, water, air. So biosphere is combination of both biotic as well as abiotic. Next, the biosphere extends from bottom of the ocean that is to the top of the highest mountain. So you can see biosphere can be in below the sea as well as at the mountain also. So it is wherever you find life, it is biosphere, right? So biosphere is very important in this chapter. Now let's move on to the next topic. As we started with the story of Ravi, right? Ravi was coming back from vacation, and when he sees the trees been cut, the playground has been dug, he becomes very upset, right? So Ravi is going to an NCC camp, and there he sees a rain. So one of his classmate Jessie exclaims, "It's raining like the place in her hometown." In her hometown, Kerala, there is a rains, always rains like this. And then Hira, one boy from Jaisalmer, say, "We do not get any rains, we get only kikar and sand." So children get a bit curious. Why in one place you have rain and in other place you do not have rains, right? Why is it so? Why rain in one place whereas in one place there is no rain? So teacher explained is because of the existence of different ecosystems. So now we'll study what is ecosystem. What happens? All plants and animal and human being depend on their immediate surrounding. Often they are interdependent on each other. The relation between living organism as well as the relation between organism and their surrounding. So living organism have a relation between them, plus living organism have a relation with their surrounding. So this whole relation together form an ecosystem. So ecosystem maybe can be small as a pond or a woodland or large as an ocean or equatorial forest. Within an ecosystem, what happens? Living organisms are more or less self-sufficient. They are self-sufficient, that is almost their food, energy are found within an ecosystem. So we'll take an example of a pond ecosystem. So what happens in ecosystem? They are self-sufficient. Their life needs get satisfied in the same system. Here you can see a pond. It's a ecosystem. Here you can see these plants, flowers making their food themselves by using sunlight, water, air they are making. Then there are some living beings who are surviving on these plants, and then there are living beings who are surviving on these animals, and then we have decomposers, you can see, who survive on this. So there is a constant flow of food and energy in between them. So it is a self-sufficient among themselves, right? So within a biosphere, all living organisms, that is producer, consumer, decomposer, are interdependent on each other. They all are dependent on each other. So we'll understand in a biosphere there are three kinds of people. One is producer, second is consumer, and third is decomposer. So consumers are the green plants who can prepare their own food using water, carbon dioxide and sunlight. And the consumer are the one who live or survive on producer. So consumer can be of three types: herbivores, carnivores or omnivores. Like herbivores which eat only plants, carnivores who eat animals like herbivores animal. Here I can show you an example of a food chain. You can see these are producer plants. They are making food with the help of sunlight, water, air and everything. And these are consumer. This is herbivore consumer who is living on plant. Then the consumer is carnivore as well as omnivore. They are also consumer. And the third category is decomposers, right? Decomposers are the organisms such as bacteria that lead to breakdown of dead animals and plants, right? So there are three types of living being: producer, consumer and decomposer. And producers can be Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. All three come under the category of consumers. Here you can see energy is transferred from one living thing to another in various food chains. You must have studied food chains and web in previous classes. You can see the transfer of energy from one form to another through food web. Now we come to the last topic of this chapter, that is human environment. So human beings are the most intelligent species on earth. Human environment encompasses human beings and their activities. All the activities which we perform are part of human environment. Human beings interact with environment and modify according to their need. So human beings always modify their environment according to their need. Earlier human beings used to adapt themselves to environment, but nowadays we modify the environment according to us. With time, needs grow, become more varied. Humans learn new ways to change the environment. So we have been changing environment according to our needs, right? That's what is human environment. And by this we come to an end of this chapter. Okay, so tomorrow we'll discuss question answer, and I'll send you question answer link as well. That's all for today. Thank you.